The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And yes, Case roped me in. I got to say, he talked about the Golden Bachelor at this time yesterday. Now he's from Indiana, 70-year-old guy, if you haven't been on the know of the show.
I thought he meant me too.
Case is a...
Describe me like I would be on The Bachelor.
Well, you are a 24-year-old man with inside a view as a 70-year-old man, easily.
Unfortunately, accurate.
Very curmudgeon. He's never flown.
That's not true. I've been on a plane.
You still can't tell me one destination you've flown to.
Case's stats are 6 foot.
No, he says 6'2". I'm 6'4", and he says he's 6'2".
What do you mean I say I'm 6'2"?
Because Kenzie, when he stands next to me, does he look only 2 inches shorter than me?
Go sit next to him.
He's so angry right now.
Hustle, Case. We're on the radio.
He can't hustle. I'm 6'4" ¼ Is he 6'2"?
I don't know, Case.
Oh, my God.
Maybe 6'1". Maybe you're 6'1".
Have you shrunk maybe at 24? Were you 6'2" in high school?
Okay,
Yeah.
so Case is at 6-ish feet tall.
He's so mad about that. Look at his face.
You got to go to the doctor and figure out.
Well, no, my fat ass shrunk me. I know the problem. I'm growing wide, not tall.
Me and Case are going to lose weight in January. We're going to do a dry January. Well, he's already dry, but I'm going to eat and not eat.
Well, no, but I'm going to give him Mountain Dew.
You're going to not eat.
You're going to give him Mountain Dew?
I have to lose weight. I have almost 3 a day.
I don't know if that's fair, because you giving up Mountain Dew is too easy.
What?
If him is giving up Mountain Dew...
How is him giving up his favorite drink that he has with every single meal easy?
Because it's so fattening. It's like I don't have that big fattening thing I can get rid of.
Really?
Yes,
Your
you
entire
do.
life is that?
Okay, no Portillo's for me for January.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh,
Can
God.
it?
Delicious.
Okay, so Case's stats are 6 feet tall,
6 inches.
a tickly mustache, from Indiana, will laugh at all your jokes,
It's true?
will waste your time at a lot of shows you don't want to go to.
That's true.
Yeah, but probably won't cheat.
What am I going to do, sleep with 2 women?
Well, just in case somebody from a band's interested in you.
That's true.
Yeah, so I'm going to put it at 99% hopeful. you know.
Brian once watched me ask. We were hanging out at Lollapalooza, and we met a band's manager. And the band was female singer, very attractive. And I went up to him, not knowing this man. I went, "So what's her deal? Is she seeing anybody, or what's the story?"
Kenzie,
this is before I had a girlfriend.
Kenzie, you wouldn't believe
And
it.
he looks me in the eyes. He goes, "Yeah, boyfriend, rich and famous. What can you bring to the table?" Nothing.
Tickly mustache and I'm 6 feet tall.
All right, so the Golden Bachelor finale was last night, and Case did a great job. He's been following with his girlfriend like every second of the show. He sold me to watch the finale after not seeing one other episode. And I got to say, it was riveting.
I feel like I'm heartbroken. I chose this over football last night, which
Me
for
too.
me not an easy thing to do. But I mean, I don't even know what happened in Cowboys Seahawks last night. I was so locked in on the Golden Bachelor, and I was like devastated by the end of it.
Now, can you describe what happens in this first scene here? This is the scene in the middle of the show.
Absolutely. So they do a live.
This is a story of a gun.
Thank you.
Who got dumped by a 70-year-old man?
So they do a live finale last night. They don't know who the winner of the show is. It's between 2 women. It's between Leslie, who, if this was on DraftKings, I think Leslie would have been the betting odds favorite to win the show, and then Teresa, who was sort of the other woman in the picture. This is a conversation between Gary and Leslie.
Okay, question. Which one of those was the one who kept bragging about dating Prince?
That is Leslie, who we're about to hear from.
Yeah,
so Leslie's from Minnesota.
I felt like Leslie was a temptress. He was much more attracted to just the physical element, and she always talked about the fact that she went on one date with Prince.
Which I would talk about, too, if I went on a date with Prince.
Oh,
How old is Leslie?
Leslie is 64 years old.
Okay.
She was younger, like,
Sure.
of the crew. So she's the younger one. I'd say the Prince.
She's like a dance instructor. She can still move around really well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
They're very,
Leslie-
very, very nice-looking women. I didn't know all their ages until I saw, you tell me right now.
I watched the show for a few reasons. One of them was I just thought there were a bunch of attractive women on the show.
There was. All 60-plus, I would think.
Yes, 60 plus was the rule.
That's your wheelhouse.
Yes, very much so. So this is a conversation between Jerry and Leslie last night before we know who wins the competition.
I have fallen in love with Teresa, and that's the direction I'm going to take.
So everything you told me the other night was a lie?
No, it wasn't a lie.
Yeah, it was. Everything you told me the other night was a lie. Everything you told me the other night was a complete and utter lie.
What did you tell her?
Because
told her that he
at
loves
time,
her.
That was the truth.
Oh,
Things have changed. Things have evolved.
I knew it. I knew the minute I saw you today. We weren't off. You were off.
That's probably true.
I could tell by your face.
I don't mean to laugh. It was
So that
brutal.
was Leslie. He
This
broke
was
up with
Leslie.
Leslie.
Yes,
the
he did.
temptress.
And like I said, Leslie, throughout the entire show, everybody thought she was going to win. She was the betting odds favorite.
There was a while where he disconnected too because he was in love with Leslie, and he wasn't willing to pay attention to the other women.
Did you watch the show?
Yeah, you
No,
saw-
but my mom won't stop talking about it.
Holy cow.
I literally have I call her to ask about her day, and she just talks about their day, and I'm like, oh.
I was going to say, yesterday we both agreed me and you did not watch the show.
I've never seen an episode.
But
You've seen more than me.
But you sound like
I
you
know.
saw more than Case.
I know.
Were you a producer on the show?
My mom tells stories in depth detail. She got teary-eyed when she was telling me my hair to hold the whole thing.
Well, this meltdown was insane last night because it was in the middle of the show, and the old show used to wait till the end and just give you a rose and you on a cliff there or whatever, and they pushed the other girl off the cliff, I think,
the
don't
other
they?
one died.
Yeah, they push her off, say, sorry, sucker. But this one was in the middle, so you kind of knew. And he went back in and talked to her more. He left her alone in this apartment, then he went back in.
This is one of the most raw things I've ever seen. I mean, everybody wants to act like they're above shows like this and that it's trash TV and that they don't want to hear it. I feel like I can speak for Brian here. I've never seen anything quite this gripping and this intense and this emotional. And again, the word I want to use is raw. I was sucked in, like jaw dropped the entire time this conversation was going on.
It was ridiculous. Now, there's another piece of audio. Should I play that where she's just bawling, really, right? After he comes back and says, you're not the choice. I'm going to go with it.
Wait a minute. He went back in the room.
So
Okay.
he left her there.
What did he say when he went back in? He just reiterated?
He got to
Just
double
kick
down
her?
on it. So he left the room, sat and cried on the staircase for a minute, and then went, I'm going to go back in and talk to her again. And then kind of did the same monologue all over.
Listen, Teresa's just a lot better than you. Leave her alone.
Stop crying. It's over. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't love you as much.
I want now.
So pause it real quick.
Oh, what's that?
So that's her saying at the beginning that she can think whatever the F she wants because Jerry was trying to say, well, I just want you to be happy. I just hope this is the best for you. And she wasn't hearing it. She cussed him out there, and rightfully so.
It was
And then
great.
And Jerry is...
The Golden Bachelor.
He's the guy.
his name's Jerry. See, I don't know.
I guess your mom didn't tell you that part.
Oh, my God. I know a lot about Teresa and Leslie.
But right at this part, yeah, that's when he was doing the thing that guys do, and they're kind of like, you're going to be fine. It's all that. Just don't feel bad. He was kind of saying, and she's like, I can feel however the F I want right now. That was great. The crowd cheered, like went nuts. Yeah, go, girl, go. Because
The crowd? He did it in front of people?
Well, they have the audience that's
There was
on
a studio audience watching it.
watching it together.
Oh, see, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, your mom didn't tell you that
was-
part either.
No, she didn't tell me about the studio audience. She was the studio audience.
What did you think, Brian? Because you had not seen the show before. I mean, I became invested in all of these characters. I obviously know their backstories, their ages, whatever. Between the two women that were on the show, there was Leslie and there was the eventual winner, Teresa. Did one of them make a better impression than the other one for you?
Watching that first show of the finale, Leslie.
Yes.
Should have picked Leslie.
Yep.
Because the other, what's her name again?
Teresa.
Teresa just seems like she was there for the reality show. And
you're there for true love.
oh, yeah. Now, however, Megan looked up the girl that you liked, Nancy.
Yeah.
My wife did. Now, I don't know. I got to go back and watch now because Nancy was, I don't want to use a cliche word, a smoke show.
Well, you just did. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it.
I hate using that word, but she was.
When did she get kicked off?
So she got kicked off in the middle of the season, and she volunteered to leave the show. She pulled Jerry aside and was like, hey, I can tell you're not into me. Let's just call it a day, and I'll go home. And I was blown away because I thought Nancy was not only the most attractive one on the show, but I liked her. I thought she was cool.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about her. I just know she was hot. So
Thanks, Brian.
and that's what Megan said to my wife. She said, God, she's hot. That's the one Case likes. Yeah, she expected someone with gauged earrings and a mohawk or something.
Different colored hair.
Who do you think I am?
Yeah, that. That's what I thought.
He literally just told you.
It was such an emotional show. I would recommend, even if you're just listening to us now and you haven't seen the show, and yes, we spoiled the ending, it's almost like in movies where they show you the last scene and then they bring you up to speed throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
If you watch this show from start to finish, even knowing who the winner is, you're going to be baffled by who the winner is in the build-up to the entire thing.
I haven't an urge to now watch it. To go back and watch the episodes now.
Yeah, no, it was great. There was a Golden Bachelor on ABC. Last night was the series finale. I hope they do the Golden Bachelorette.
I heard they're already casting.
Yes, they had a little teaser for it last night on the live finale.
So who gets to be the Bachelorette then, Leslie?
Well, so
is that how that's going to work? How it does in the other shows?
So Leslie would be an option. There was another woman on the show named Joan, and Joan, I think, was an early favorite, but she had to leave the show because her daughter had just had a baby as they were filming, and the daughter was having a really hard time postpartum. So Joan actually had to step out of the show. She was never eliminated. She had to leave for a family emergency. I could very easily see her being the Golden Bachelorette. She was also very beautiful, very likable. So I would think it's either between her or Leslie.
I could never. I'd be so bad if I went on The Bachelor.
You don't like when your husband looks at women, let alone dates other women.
Yeah, it's impossible for you.
And like my thing is it takes me. Okay, so once I finally like somebody, then I'm like, okay, and that's it, and I don't pay attention to anybody. But it takes me so long to give a crap. Like I need that's why I've only ended up dating people that are friends. We've talked about this off air before.
Yeah.
I've never just been like, oh, I met them at a coffee shop and then we went on a date. That's actually never happened to me. Like, I've only ended up in relationships with friends because it takes me so long to be like, I don't want to spend an evening with you. I don't know you. Like, I don't want to do that. And so I'm like, I would not pay attention to this person the whole time. Like, we would never connect.
I'm opposite. My life's been like speed dating.
Oh my God, yeah. Somebody gives me a compliment, I imagine the rest of my life with them. Hey, I like your shoes. Well, let's get married.
I don't think I've ever gone just on a date. Like, I haven't met somebody on an app or out in public and they got asked on a date and I went.
I used to go on dates just for practice. I would go out with anybody that would go out with me just to get reps in, like the batting cage. I just wanted to get better at dating because it's not something that came naturally to me. So 2021 and most of 2022, I mean, I was losing a ton of money because I'd go on dates, I'd pay for dinner, I'd never see these women again. We didn't hit it off, but I just wanted practice dating people.
Kenzie, it was a good thing you weren't here during that era.
Why?
Just what he just said.
Because I sucked.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.